Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belligerent Brandenburg campaign, where we are just about to launch a rather belligerent war, though I may say so myself, and beat up some of our neighbours and rivals in order to make ourselves feel better about the fact that France just came in and trounced us. So Rupin, you're first on the chopping block, followed very shortly by these guys. Let's just let this tick over on improvement. Cool. So we're not going to be making any land gains this war, but we should make some rather nice. Oh, they've got another ally, Oldenburg. Could be an issue. How's your tech? 9? 9? All right, we're gonna wait a minute then. Let's get the next tech before we start this war. I don't want to start a war designed to make you feel better and then lose. Stettin just rivaled me. Really? I'm an eligible rival for Stettin? It's outrageous. Well, as soon as we've beaten up these guys, we'll probably go beat up Stettin then. Still married to Schleswig. However you say that. Let's see. I wonder if we should gobble up Magdeburg. They're not in a state. Although if we take this area, then obviously we'll want it back. The thing is, these guys love me so much. It's fine. We'll just take a 7 stab hit and declare war on the Emperor. 163 base aggressive expansion, no problem. I think these cores are still lost because I'll want to stay in the Emperor's good books. But it's not valuable land. So I have to keep reminding myself. This one is quite valuable, but this stuff is not valuable land. Should just focus on past is new rather than dwelling on the things lost. New mission: improve relations with Anhalt. That seems very doable. Excuse me, Anhalt. Cool. So I always just assume I don't know where somewhere is in this mod, in the HRE, because there's so freaking many new places in the HRE that I just don't know the names of. But, yeah, Anhalt is one I actually do know from vanilla. How large is our loan? 49 ducats, of course, ticking down as we pay the interest, because this game calculates loan interest in a very strange way. Defense of the Ever again? Oh my god, it's the same. Brandenburg, are you serious? Yeah, I'll send you some money. I'm not sending you manpower. It does say it. This means losing 0.2 manpower. And then it's actually 1,000. Excuse me? Oh well, we should just pay money in future, because manpower is more valuable at the moment. It's gold dust. I'm upset that that took so much more manpower than it said it was going to. Maybe I just misread it, but it's annoying. So, Bohemia's going to get trounced again. Glad we're not there, ally. Province's turmoil has expired. Good. I kind of don't want to take tech before I get educated ruler, but I think that's min-maxing to an insane degree. Oh, but now I need to get the next one. I've got to get 9, because that's a tactics level. I don't want to fight them with a tactics disadvantage. Man. We're going to struggle with tech, because, all these people are tiny little nations. Nothing better to do but churn out Monarch points and invest in technology. How is institution spread looking? Non-existent over here, of course, because we don't have any... many large centers of culture. Even if you don't know, institutions can spread from centers of culture to center of culture. So in Toledo, for example, where is the center of culture? Excuse me? How are you getting banking? Ah, the minor center of trade, not the not a cultural one. Down here, it probably spread here because of culture as well as the center of trade. Yeah, it'll take a while for banking to get up here. That's why we need to do things like take culture ideas to help counter the massive tech costs we're going to start getting. Of course, the next one, or is it the one after next? No, Renaissance is the next one. That one will take a while to get up here. But then casual literacy is going to be great. Because if we're Protestant and Reformed, then we might be able to start with it. It's another reason to have, to maybe go Protestant. State needs the money, almost certainly. Yeah, I mean, the prestige is nice, but the state needs the money right now. We've got loans to pay. Nice. Loan paid. No more interest payments. Still making payments to France, unfortunately. But it's just something I think we're going to have to live with. Income looking pretty nice now. Time to start drilling again. Perhaps time to hire an advisor? How much is it going to be? 1.1. I really don't want to spend my entire income on an advisor right now. Am I going to wait for a whole nother tech level before I declare war? How big is a tax disadvantage? 0.1. It's a 20% tax disadvantage. Oh, and no, it's crazy important. 0.25 infantry shock. That's double damage. Yeah, we're not going to war with them yet. All right, we'll just let some time go by while we watch the French crush in Bohemia once again. I don't know if the French will ever stop crushing Bohemia. Oh, Castile is now the papal controller. Interesting. Might cause a schism if France decides not to accept that. Come on, England, pull your weight. We need you to crush France a couple of times. Weaken them. The thing is, France is probably going to kind of constantly war for this area of the HRE, so I think we're going to see a cycle of the Emperor constantly getting their ass beat by France, which is less than ideal, that's for sure. Our heir is now aggressive. Oh, that's really bad. He was bad anyway, wasn't he? I do want to disinherit him. We'd lose so much prestige. I want to disinherit him, though. We're going to introduce our heir. Spend money to give him better claim strength. No, you know what we're going to do instead of introducing you? We're going to take him to court. And just when we thought we were going to introduce him to all of the nobles at court... Oh, surprise. I declare you a bastard. So we might get a personal union, but right now, I mean, if Bohemia gets a personal union over us, we can probably get France to support our independence, and then in the independence war, take our cause back. So, it might not even be the worst thing. Uncertain succession, of course, is annoying, but yeah. Well, welcome back to the world of massively negative prestige. But this is how... I think this is the right way to play monarchy. You live on the edge. Hey, nice. We've reached 40% professionalism. 40%, right? Yeah, 40% professionalism. So we get more drill gain on our men. And we can build supply depots, which are quite useful in MEIOU&Taxes, because you recover men so slowly, and you reinforce up to full strength so slowly in this mod, and supply depots make it as if you're standing in your own territory, I think. So there's something you can use military power to build in a in enemy occupied territory. Jollich has peaced out. Of course, now they're not allied to me. Maybe Bohemia will find themselves... I mean, they haven't yet, but maybe they will find themselves a more worthy ally. You know, a bigger ally, like Poland or Hungary would be... Sorry, well, not Poland, because Poland's not Hungary. But if they would ally Hungary right now, that would be amazing. I'm so mad that we can't. The Emperor is allowed to make external marriages, by the way. I think. Wait, is that right? I think the Emperor is allowed to make external alliances. It's just princes that aren't. Mesenberg is offering us an alliance. No, we're going to marry... Oh, sorry, marry. We're going to ally with Brunswick when we can get the mission to do so again. France wants military access. That would be the real spit in the face. You know what? No. France is now considered a great power. Uh-oh. Who are the great powers? It's probably all non-Europeans and then France. Yep. We are quite a way behind. Zhao, Taiwan, Yunnan, Jampur, Bengal, Multan, Mamluk, France. Interesting how, you know, we don't know America. We don't know that China exists, and yet our politics in Europe are affected by the fact that they are larger than us in terms of number of population. It is strange, that. Aragon wants military access. You're also... Oh, come on, France. That's just mean. They called Aragon in? Man, Bohemia's really getting trounced. Burgundy, no. Oh no! Oh, okay, good, thank goodness it was the bad one that died. It's a bit mean, sorry. But, yeah, it wasn't our shiny noble, greater noble general that died, fortunately. It's actually a war against Luxembourg, so we're really failing to come to the defense of our dynasty here. Whoops. It's alright. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Saxony has no heir, but they're only 23. We have got free Diplo slots right now. I would like to get our dynasty on their throne. But, again, you know, I don't think we're going to stay this dynasty. Alright, after this episode, I'm definitely going to look into the Hohenzollern event. I'm getting better at reading the MEIOU&Taxes events files rather than having to Google it, because obviously the wiki is pretty lackluster. It's good, like, don't get me wrong, sterling work done by people contributing to the MEIOU&Taxes wiki, but it's not nearly as comprehensive as the vanilla wiki is, and, you know, understandably. And yes, I'll probably just look into the flavor files. Kosovo. Just giving money to the Ottomans. How are you doing, Ottomans? Not expanding hugely quickly. Sometimes they just go ridiculous blob. So Imperial Authority is still ticking up. So we definitely want them to pass dynastic inheritance, Reichsreform, Reichsregiment, and this one, and then it's all the way down here. Wait a minute. Oh, there's a scroll bar. Ah, cool. I didn't notice that. I was thinking, where's Revenue Imperi? But yeah, so we want him to proclaim everything all the way down except Inwiger Landfried. I'd love him to pass absolutely all the other ones. But then these ones obviously are a little bit dodgy. So, you know, I support you all the way. I would love an extra Diplo rep and, you know, prestige, unrest, and all that stuff. As long as you never manage this one. I suspect when we start getting going, you know, we're going to be... What? How are we not getting you up to our... I got aggressive expansion problems. I could marry him. I could temporarily guarantee him. Guarantees are plus 20 rather than 10 in this. So just please don't go to war in the next tiny bit. Vassalize Anhalt. No, accept that, are they? No. I was expecting to get my Allied Brunswick mission back. Let's see if we can get it this time. Alright, we'll just revoke this immediately. I'm sorry. I have misled you, Anhalt. I only did it for the mission. Revoke that. Cool. Let's go down to speed 4. Keep it a bit more stable speed. I've got Teutons set as important, right? No. What? Outrageous. Come on, Poland. Well, I guess Hungary. Yeah, so Hungary's not going to declare on the Teutons, probably. We need Poland to get independent and then declare on the Teutons. Because that's when they're likely to do so. So you still love me. You'd actually take an alliance right now because you're at 31 trust. So it looks like when you're actually negative 20 trust, by the way, yeah, base trust is 50, so I think about it as like up to positive 50 and down to negative 50. When you're at negative 20 trust, you have minus 1,000. When you're at negative 19, you're minus 38. So we could get the alliance back. I would love to call them against the Teutons. But we'll gain favours so slowly. Oh, they have revanchism. You don't see that. I don't see that on me very often. Bohemia's experiencing revanchism, which gives a revanchism, by the way, is the desire to reclaim lost territories. This generally gives you some quite nice buffs. I'm not going to ally you, Bohemia. I'm sorry. I need a stronger ally. Oh, not a stronger ally, because they're the strongest person we could possibly ally right now, but I need an ally who's less likely to absolutely muck me around. Request promotion to Principality. Cool. Does Principality give us yearly prestige? I don't know. More favours for you. Can't afford it, of course. How about getting rid of some of the lesser nobles' privileges? We could try that. List estate privileges. Yeah, we need to get rid of generate a few courtier titles. Look at them. They're freaking all of them are converting to greater nobles. It's ridiculous. Cease issuing this. So we might now get some nasty stab hits, but we can't let them keep having that. They're furious. Oh dear. Only lost one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Generally, okay, so here's how I think about the privileges. You want to be revoking... If you want to revoke as many privileges as possible, you have to do it whenever you hit 1 stability, because it costs more to go from 0 to 1 than from 1 to 2. So when you're at 2 and you lose 1 stability, you've actually lost more stability points than when you're at 1 and you lose 1 stability. Does that make sense? So you can revoke more privileges for the same amount of stability points if you do it when you're at 1. But the problem is if you revoke it at 1, sometimes you can go down to -2. You can get -3 stability from one thing, which is suddenly horrendous and destroys your country. So usually I let it get to stability 2. I wait till I have a bunch of stability points and then I revoke it. It's a bit less efficient, but it's more safe. Okay, we can take another idea group. Global institution spread won't help us at all now, but like I've mentioned, I do not care in the slightest about Diplotech, really, this campaign. Might change as we gain more control over the Hansa node and start to care more about trade ships and all that kind of thing. But for now, we are a land-based group of chaps. Now, something I want to know, are we getting culture conversion progress on these guys, even though they're in my primary group? Pop data. Yes, good. It's probably slower because they're in our primary group. How is the pop data here? Up to 70%, nice. And then over here, it should be at 0. Yes, because it doesn't border our culture. How about Newmark? Is there something funny allowing that one to do it? Yes. So why is Newmark converting to our culture? Oh, it's probably converting to Wendish. Because Wendish is in our group. Interesting. Interesting. The other problem about revoking privileges is it gives you this privileges revoked. Privileges revoked. Just lets you get less stability. Lip still wants to marry us. No thanks. Corrupt taxman again. I'm not in desperate need of admin points right now. And that's like that's a year's income right there. A year's income versus 2 months well, pretty much a year's admin points. Let's use the admin points this time. Yeah. Expansion capacity is nice. Expansion capacity, if you're coming from vanilla, is just the same thing as administrative efficiency. Okay, we could try revoking some greater noble privileges. But there's so many of them, they're so powerful. It'll cost us a lot of points. Are there any of them that are really terrible? Let's just check out their privileges. This one is pretty nasty. Let's see what is it actually giving us. This percentage, by the way, is based on their influence, I think. So from 4 to 20% military tech cost. In fact, yeah, 20% tech cost. It's the max. So 20% mil tech cost just because they have this does suck. I think you have to revoke this one twice as well. It goes from all commoners banned to some commoners banned to no commoners banned or something. Much less manpower, much less tax. And this gives them just more influence as well, which sucks. I don't know. I'd like to revoke another one before we go up to 2 stability for that efficiency reason I was talking about earlier. But I think I'd rather demote them. The problem is demoting just costs so many mil points. I know it's so much more efficient to make them all lesser nobles, but it's such a pain to make them all lesser nobles. They're still gaining freaking influence. New trade research, heretical. No, it isn't. Calm down. We could afford... I mean, siege ability is not that useful. They are at least East Elben, which is our primary culture. I'm not sure at what point we become a cultural union, meaning all of the people in our culture group, should be these ones here, count as accepted cultures. It's probably a certain degree of international influence. It's pretty major, if I had to guess. Don't know. Something else I can look into in between episodes. And in between episodes is, in fact, right about now. So I'm going to go check about the Hohenzollern dynasty. I'm going to check about cultural unions. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. I do hope to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.